Pastor Ski, I'm ready for the morning sermon. Man, much love, Big Mike. What's good with you, my brother? Salute to you, homie. Nothing but love, man. Born, what's up with you, my brother? Blessings on this Thursday, man. Benji, what's up with it? Yo, what up with it? Eli, what's up? Asiatic, what's up with you, Big Sauce? Uh, DC on, Smoke D, what's up with it, bro? DI1, what's up with you? Beautiful knowledge. Creative Tunes, what's up with it? Kev, what's up with you? Bad Beat, what's good with it? Road, what's up with you? Mark, what's up with you? Mark Thomas, Nate, what's up? Salute, Clarence, what's up with you? Noter 007, J Hall, uh, DA7, what's up with it? T Mac, Gordy, what up with it? What's going on with it, brother? Shout out to everybody, man, on this blessed Thursday, man. We almost at the end of this week, man. We getting ready to push November, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Time is going like this. Remember my birthday just passed? Now we already about to push November? That's crazy. Rob, what's up with you, homie? Born. Yes. Time flying. Daniel the Lions Den, salute. OC Drum Major, what's up with it, man? The vinyl came in yesterday, still waiting on my analog shirt. Okay, that's what's up. This should be coming soon, bro. I'm glad you got that vinyl, man. Tell me how you like the vinyl, man. You could chop something from it, too, if you like, too, bro. So, you can get busy on that vinyl. You know what I mean? What's good with y'all, man? Y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. I know y'all be, saying, want the info, man. Hit that like button. Let's help it get cracking. Let's help it get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? So y'all hit the like button if you haven't hit it already. I appreciate everybody. Salute. Salute to everybody that's in here, man. I had a great conversation, man, yesterday with my brother Rhythm D. If y'all don't know who Rhythm D is, man, y'all need to do your homework before he comes on this live. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be doing a live soon. And y'all need to go do some homework on Rhythm D so you'll understand who he is and what he's done for the culture. I'm not even gonna tell you. You do your homework, so when he come on here, you would know, because that's what we should be doing. We should be knowing about these people. And I also had a great conversation with my brother Easy Mo B. So, you know, definitely want to continue to bring you these lives. Definitely want y'all to show that support and, show that you want that information. And I'll try to continue to bring y'all, really dope interviews that's going to inspire y'all to see how stuff was done and how, we became these legends, and the work ethics and the mindset you have to have. I think a lot of people today, they think the mindset is, oh, it's easy. I got a computer. I could just make a beat. And it's so much way more complex than that. So, y'all do y'all homework, you know what I'm saying? And y'all continue to support. Y'all continue to show the super chats and the super thanks. I'll bring you these lives, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, I'm taking the time out of my day to really give y'all this information, man, with no agenda. So, at least show that support. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what's up. So had a great conversation with him. I want to put a spotlight on all of these guys that have contributed to the culture that has been forgot about. We get so caught up in what's going on now, and what's going on now hasn't done anything to really enhance the game. The game has been stale for about a good 20 plus years now. I mean, nothing has advanced sonically, nothing's advanced creatively, nothing's advanced lyrically. Spiritually, we went in a bad direction because everything is dark and demonic, talking about Satan. So we have digressed as a culture. And when things was really going good, it was our OGs that was keeping the lights on for us, that was taking us to other places, that was sparking us to get the attention. And another thing I want to tell y'all, man, is that a lot of y'all might want to consider getting off a lot of these streaming platforms and really start, using your own platform to sell your music, man, and really be responsible for your sales, because these people are playing games, you know? They're playing games. You're never gonna ever be able to control your destiny. Keep on using these platforms. But to each his own. Hunter Spreewell, what's good, my brother? In the darkness, what's up with it? Enemy in dark, what's up with you, sir? Salute. So yeah, man, I just want to give y'all just this information, man, because it's very important that people understand that these people that come on these lives, man, these dudes have put their life on the line for the culture. For the culture, man. These new cats that's out right now, and it's no disrespect to the new cats because for they know not what they do. I'm not mad at the new cats that's out because this is what we got to understand. It's like kids. If you didn't teach them correctly, then what do you expect them to do? Right? If you don't teach the kids correctly, then what do you expect? These kids came up in the digital age. They come up with all of these sellout people telling them, hey, you don't need analog. You can do everything in the box. They lying to them, oh, yeah, this MPCX sounds good. This is the greatest MPCX in ever, but it sonically ain't that good. And everything that these kids have came up to is a lie. So why would I expect these kids to have moral values and great integrity and know right from wrong, right? Bank Hard Beats, thank you for the super chat, brother. Mo Beat is definitely the SP master. Most definitely. Most definitely. Shout out to my brother Easy Mo Beat. Definitely a SP master. I'm excited now. Got an S2400 coming tomorrow. Oh, man, Ali, you got one coming? Shout out to my brother Ali. He got an S2400. Man, tell me how you feel about it when you get on it, bro. I think you're going to be excited. It's a very exciting machine. Very creative machine, too, by the way. Very creative machine. I love being on that machine and creating. Definitely. So tell me how you feel about it once you get it, my brother. Yeah, man. Like I said again, so I'm never upset with the younger generation because a generation can only learn what they taught. You dig what I'm saying? So we as adults and we as mentors and we as people that's gatekeepers, we're responsible for not giving them the real information. And if you keep on lying and you keep on lying, you keep telling people, they're going to do it that way and they're going to think that's the way to do it. And almost every young kid that I talk to, they think that's the way to do it. They think, oh, I need to sound like this person. Oh, I need to make this type of beat like this person. I need to, put the auto tunes on like this person. They don't say anything like, oh, I need to be original. I don't want to sound like him. You don't hear that today. You don't hear that today. And that's scary because if you're not hearing a person saying they want to be their own man or their own woman, then our society is done. We're done. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. We're done. So I'm not mad at the younger generation. I'm mad at the mentors that they want to feel like they. You know what makes me way upset, really upset, is when you have adults that think they're kids. When they want to be 25 again and 21 again, and they want to go back and they want to start acting and they trying to be like the kids instead of being an adult and teach the kids how to be grown. They want to be kids again. It's like, come on, man. Our job is to teach, man. This is why the world is where it at, man. So when you see all of these kids out here now, and I know y'all see it, half these kids is in there going to stores. They have no respect for older people no more. You know what I'm saying? They go and they talk bad to anybody. They'll rob you. They'll do whatever because they don't care. It's a no care mentality. Or I'll do my music how I want to. I'll say whatever I want on the record. There's no scrutiny. You got kids that'll come into an adult establishment and just start cussing around a bunch of adults. It used to be a time when kids was like, no, don't cuss around these adults. Oh no, don't do that around the adults, man. Whatever we do around our peers, we do around our peers, but we're not gonna be disrespectful towards the adults and the older people. There was a pecking order. There's no pecking order. There's none. There's none. So, like I said again, man, I just want people to understand that, when I bring these guys on here, you're gonna see that they were raised differently. We was raised and we all came from the struggle. We all came from hood mentality. But the hood didn't make us disrespectful. It just made us talk about it through our music. We still good people. Half these people bring on here, they're good people, but they came from some serious environments. but they still treated people with respect. We knew how to treat people with respect. I don't care what environment we came from. We still was raised correctly. That's not so much now in this generation. So, we can't really be mad at the kids. We got to be mad at the parents. We got to be mad at the mentors. We got to be mad at the gatekeepers. These are the ones that's responsible for causing the domino effect of the kids. And that's just how it is. And I don't care what anybody say. I'm never going to be mad at the kids. I'm never going to be mad, oh, these kids are just, nah. That's our responsibility. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. And now we don't want to be accountable. Now we're suffering the consequences of not giving discipline. It's like having your kid. You give your kid so much, and all of a sudden your kid get old, and they like, F you, Pop, shut up. And they just talking back. You spoiled them so much where you didn't, hey, man, you don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to chastise people so they know you love them, so they don't be so disrespectful. You dig what I'm saying? So when you don't raise people a way where they understand this is about respect, this is about passing this respect down to other people, then everything is mayhem. And that's just how it is, That's just how it be, Like my daughter, my 5-year-old daughter already gets it. She knows, hey, when I give her that tone, she know, okay, no, Pop, you're not playing. He's serious right now. He's dead serious. And she looked me in my eye and she gets it. But with her mom, it's a little different. Her mom, she kind of, spoils her and this and that. So she whines. Ah! I'm like, she don't do that with me. You know what I mean? So it's based upon how you raise your kids. And it's the same thing when you're raising a community. Your community has to have an infrastructure. When there's no infrastructure for us to engage in, like, there's no disrespect to one of my fans that hit me on my DM today, right? He hit me and he was like, hey man, I just seen this new keyboard. And I'm like, so? It's a MIDI controller. He's like, oh, well, so, but in the nutshell, I was trying to get him to think, like, bro, why are you hitting me about a MIDI controller? Are you hitting me about it because it looks cute and it's pretty? Got all the buttons on there. See, this is the problem. And that's what I started telling him. He was like, you know what? You're right. Like, just because something is pretty and look good doesn't mean that it's beneficial for you. It's just another toy to play with. But is it going to enhance your sound? Is it going to make you sound the way you want? Or maybe, or tell me, hey, I'm getting this because I need this workflow. Say something. Just don't tell me you just getting a machine. It's like, man, I could tell you every machine I get, I need this for this. I need this for that. I could break it down. Like, if you get whatever you get, I don't care if it's from a high end to a low end, at least know why you're getting it. Don't get it just because you think it looks cute, because now you're going in a dangerous direction. So these are things we have to teach everybody. You know what I'm saying? From the kids on down. Hey, don't just rap just to be rapping. Rap about why you so mad. Why are you pulling guns on people and breaking out people's windows? What happened to you that makes you want to do that? When you talk to the kids like that, say, okay, you feel that way? Talk about it in your record. Talk about why you want to break windows out and pull pistols and do this and do that. Let's talk about it through your record. Help them channel that energy to go in it so they can probably prosper through therapy, through their records. Like, that's what I do with these young kids. I say, look, you trying to rap like this person, but why you do the stuff you do? Why don't we talk about that? Let's find the right music so you could talk about why you have these issues on being not such of a good person. You have all this hate in your heart. Man, I had this one young kid tell me he was playing ball, but he wanted to rap. I'll never forget this. And he said, man, Ski, when I come up here and you talk to me, man, you really make me. Man, thank you, Algorithm. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Thank you. Agreed. Not a logical, rational. I put things into things today. Rational T put into things today. Thank you, Algorithm. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. I had this young cat tell me thank you. He was really young. And he said, man, I'm just trying to change my life, right? Now, I love this young kid. Always come in and play. We play basketball. We shoot together. But when he started telling me his story on what he was doing when he left the gym, he said, man, he would run up on people, put pistols on them. And I'm looking at him like, you do what? He looked like the coolest kid ever. down to earth, don't even look like he would do nothing like that. But when he told me what he was doing and the stuff he was going through and how he was living from home to home and this and that and how certain people wasn't in his life and this and that, and then he wanted to rap, I started channeling that energy for him and saying, listen, young dude, listen, if that's your story, that's your story. So let's figure out how to tell your story in a record. Instead of you trying to sound like somebody else, let's talk about your story, because your story is your story. And maybe that'll help you heal through you telling your story. You dig what I'm saying? That's where Blast If I Have To came from. I tell people this all the time. If it wasn't for me being locked down and going through the stuff I was going through with my gun case, I would have never came up with that. I would have never came up with that record. Because up until that case and caught that case, I had a writer's block. I was trying to figure out what I was going to write for this Friday soundtrack. You know, Dre was on there, Cube was on there, Cypress Hill, all these legends was on there. I'm like, man, I gotta come with some heat. Had a writer's block. But God works in mysterious ways. When I caught that case and I had to sit down and sit in jail and sit there and think about it, and then start thinking, why did I have this pistol? Why did I feel I needed to? And I started telling my story from my perspective. I didn't know that record would go on to be as big as it was, but I was telling my truth. People are scared to tell their truth because they're ashamed of their truth. But people don't understand some of your truth is a stuff that a lot of people are going through and they just don't hear it. So you're doing people a disservice when you don't tell people your truth. Just like people don't want to speak on God and Jesus because they feel like people will turn their eye, man, you talking about God, there's no God, this and that. That ain't gonna stop me from telling my truth. Because there's some people that want to hear about God and Jesus. They want to be uplifted. They want to get out of that dark demonic spot. Just because people ostracize you about something don't mean you shouldn't tell your truth. You gotta tell if it's your truth, it's your truth. And if people don't like your truth, then they go find something else that they're entertained by. But you gotta stand on what you stand on, y'all. This is why music is so bad. This is why life is so bad. People like, man, you'll see somebody getting robbed. You'll pull out the camera and just film it. You won't call 911. You won't call nobody. You'll just sit there and film it until somebody's dead. And then post it up to get likes and views while that person's dead now. You spent all your time filming instead of calling 911. You're just as bad as the person that did the killing. You're actually worse. You're actually worse, bro. Because the person that did the killing, they just have no remorse and they have no soul and they lost themselves. But you, on the other hand, you knew what you were doing. You get a thrill out of watching people suffer. People get a thrill out of watching people suffer. Are the worst people in the world. They're the worst people in the world. Because a person that do something to you, it is what it is. They just got dark deep. But a person that will watch you suffer is the most disgusting person on planet Earth. And I'm just being honest with you. It's your job to intervene and make sure that people are good. Make sure that people are not being harmed. You don't sit there and take your phone out and watch a person and all of a sudden they kill them. And you ain't tried. You got all the footage and you giving it and they gonna say, why you didn't call 911? Why you didn't do anything? You didn't do nothing? And this is how the music community is. People will continue to just watch people do the worst stuff that they can do and never say nothing. Never say nothing. People are telling them, oh man, that sounds good. They know that sounds horrible. But they're telling it sounds good because you know why? They don't want to seem like they're being a hater. So they'll never tell a person that their music is not good. Nobody wants to be the hater. But I think that we should look at it differently. Are you really being a hater? Or are you being a person that, this is the thing about me, and I want people to understand this. I'll never tell a person about their music unless I like it. If I hear some music, I like it. Hey, man, that's dope. If a person have music and I just, I don't really say nothing, I'm like, okay, it needs to develop. I try not. But if a person begged me to listen to their music, you're going to get a real opinion, bro. I'm not going to just say, oh, man, I like it just because we cool. No, bro. I'm gonna tell you, bro, that's not it yet. You need to work a little bit more on that. You know, like it's okay to be honest. You know, like I know people that will have a homeboy that's, you know, not hygienically on point, and you'll just be rocking with that dude all day. You going around girls and he musty. You ain't gonna tell your partner, hey man, you need to get in the shower, bro. You a little musty. I know people that let a person have a booger hanging out their nose and let them walk right out the door. You know why? Because our mindset is, I don't want to embarrass that person, or I don't want to be the person to tell them that, because I don't want them to look at me like I'm trying to hurt their feeling. But you're hurting their feelings more when you allow them to be attacked by the masses. See, you telling them it's between you and that person. But once you don't say anything, you let all the masses attack them, you out of line. You're not a real one, bro. You're not a real one. I'm gonna give you one more example, then I'm gonna move on to what I really want to tell y'all. I remember this one dude, very obnoxious dude, always talking, running his mouth. Well, he didn't know that I was, a retired fighter. So I had my boxing gloves, and so we was playing ball. I just beat him in some playing ball, but he always talking about what he can do. And he's a rapper, and I'm not gonna say his name because y'all would know this person. So he baited himself into this. He was like, hey, man, oh, you box? Oh, man, I'll be boxing. And boom, boom, boom. I said, oh, yeah, you be boxing, huh? In my mind, my it went off like a fire alarm in my head. I said, oh, you box, huh? I said, I'm going to shut you up, bro, because you just talk way too much, right? We put on the boxing gloves, and we went up into this racquetball room where it's quiet, and we put on the gloves. This dude swung as hard as he could, and I just slipped. Bow! Good left. And he took them gloves off so quick. He's like, oh my God. Took them gloves off quick. Now, you probably want to know where the moral of this story is going. Well, after he took the gloves off, I was saying, I didn't tell him this, but I thought he would keep that between me and him, because it happened between me and him. But the way the mind is, he went and told everybody, man, Ski hit me with this, hit me with that, and started talking about it and making it way more than what it was. So now, because he thought I was gonna go and say, man, I did this to him. I'm not like that. I'm a very humble martial artist, man. We don't talk about what we do. We do what we do. I was never gonna speak on that. That was between me and him. But he felt he had to beat me to the point because he thought that that's what the normal person do. They would go out there and brag about what happened to him. Nah, that was just me and your situation. The moral to what I'm saying is that whatever I tell you is between me and you. You ain't got to feel insecure about it. Just go work on it. If I tell you, hey, man, you need to work on that, you don't go back and tell everybody, man, Ski said my thing is trash, and man, I need to work on this one, that. Man, shut up, man, and just work on it. That's our conversation, man. That's what we do. You're going out there making it all more than what it is. I'm trying to help you get great, and you telling everybody what I told you. That's why you're embarrassed. I didn't embarrass you. You embarrassed yourself because you couldn't take the information and learn from it. So if dude would have just got hit with the punch and learned, man, I need to shut up. I don't never know who I'm going up against. I think I could do this. I think I could do that. But maybe I just need to shut up and learn. Norman, thank you for the super chat. By opinion, if my music ain't good, I work hard. That's the way we supposed to be, bro. I told y'all the story about when I was in college, and I played this beat, and it was kind of like it was before Timberland. It was a broken beat, and the girl in college, I played it. I remember I had my Walkman. I said, man, listen to this. She was my homegirl, and we used to always kick it in the lunch lounge, We had the couches. It was hella comfortable there, And I put it on, and I'm playing the beat, and she looked at me. She was like, why that sound like that? It was a broken type beat. It was like kind of Timberland before Timberland was boom. You know what I mean? It was different. It was way before Timberland. I'll never forget that beat. She couldn't understand it. It didn't register to her. She's like, I don't know if I like that. I had to take that as, you know what? Okay, all right, I get it. Maybe she wasn't ready for it. Maybe it wasn't good. Whatever the case was, when you ask for people's opinion, you're going to get it. And now we're making people feel like they can't even be honest. That's why there's so many weak people in the world, because nobody want to be honest. So they just tell me, oh, man, that's cool, that's cool. Well, that's trash, man. He think that's dope. How can you develop people when nobody has tough skin to hear critique? People don't want critique. They want you to tell them what they want to hear. I'm just being honest. This is what I'm learning every day. People don't value critique. They value you telling them what they want to hear so they can feel good about themselves. You're dropping gems. Constructive criticism makes us greater. Thank you, Algorithm. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you. And it's real talk, man. I don't want to be the one. You think I'm going to have my kid not be great? You think I'm going to have my woman, my wife, not be great? You think I'm going to have my brothers, my cousins, and anybody that I mess with not be great? If I got this information and God has allowed me to get this information, He served me with purpose and He served me with real truth and information, you think I'm not going to reshare this information? Don't you understand that once you got information and you got truthful information, it is your God-given duty to regurgitate that information back to the people so they learn and have the truth? I don't think y'all really understand that. I think y'all live in a delusional world. Don't you understand? If God has facilitated a blessing on you and He has given you the power and He has ordained and gave you this power and has blessed you with knowledge, and you're going around tricking people with all this knowledge He gave you, and you're manipulating people with the knowledge you have for your own gain and benefit, you're going to be held accountable for that. It's no different than these mechanics. These mechanics have all the knowledge in the world. You coming in for oil change. Oh, you need a new engine. You need a new transmission. You like, I do? My light just said I need an oil change. Oh, yeah, you need a new transmission. You need a new, man, you need a wheel alignment too. Oh, by the way, you need this, you need that. And you don't know, so you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe I do. And then you go spend all this money and all you needed was an oil change. See what I'm saying? This is the type of people we have. They have these titles and we respect these titles, and then we get deceived by the titles because they're taking advantage of us. They're taking advantage of us. These doctors. My homeboy just had high blood pressure. I told him, bro, change your diet, start fasting, get in the gym. Your blood pressure is going to even out because you're doing right. You got to change that. They will tell you, oh, man, take this medicine and this medicine. They know they wrong for telling y'all that. They know that there's not a medicine in the world that can cure you more than you naturally curing yourself. But they'll never tell you that. So millions and billions of people are taking medicine every day, and guess what's happening? That's getting cured, but now you got this complication now because it set up this side effect, set up this side effect, set up that side effect. These people are abusing their power. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody. And that's why God said, don't idolize. So that brings me back to why I tell y'all to pray. So you can pray to have discernment, so you know who you're dealing with, and you can see and look in their eyes and see who's telling you the truth or not. Because that's what comes. You have to have that God gift, that discernment, and we ain't lost it because we believe everything we see. Everything we see, oh man, it's like that. No, it ain't like that, bro. Just because they show you that don't mean it's like that. It don't. It don't. You're talking to a person that's seen so much stuff in this lifetime. Man, I was just like y'all. I used to think everything was like this. Oh, man, this is what it is. And when I got in it, I was like, oh, man, they lying. They lying. There's so much trickery going on in the game, bro. It'll make your head spin. And guess what's going to happen? A lot of y'all gonna have y'all kids coming up doing music. Y'all not gonna monitor them. You're not gonna tell them nothing. You're not gonna give them no information. And guess what's gonna happen? Your kid's gonna go down the wrong road. Because you gotta do your homework. You gotta micromanage your kids because of all the bad information that's out there. Because let's just be real. If you got a job, you can't watch everybody's watching your kids more than you. Everybody's watching your kids more than you. You gotta work. You barely see your kids. So who's raising your kids then now? Now you gotta ask your question, well, who's raising your kids? The school, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok? Who's raising your kids? When do you raise your kids? When do you put your smash down and say, man, I don't care what you watching. This is what we doing. This is what my page is for. I don't care what you... Listen, when y'all turn this page off, if y'all want to go get some silly knowledge and y'all want to go on other pages and listen to nonsense and be deceived, don't bother me. I can't stop you. But what I'm going to tell you is that you better be careful. You better choose people's pages wisely. You better choose who you listening to wisely. Because all this information I give you is going to go out the door if you're going to listen to a sucker right after you get off this page. Choose who you listen to correctly. Pray on it. Even with myself. Pray on me. Pray that I come and give you some good knowledge that's going to enhance your life. Don't follow nobody blindly, including myself. Pray on it before you make your decision on what you're going to ride with. Pray on if you're going to get in a relationship with somebody. You got to pray on that. You don't know what type of dark secrets they got and demonic stuff that's going on with them. Pray over your food. All the poison they put in the food, you got to pray over your food now. You got to pray for everything you do. Everything. That's why God say make him first, or you're going to run into a problem. And that's just that. And I'm going to leave it at that. And I say that, and I'm very, very, very serious about that. So thank you for the super chat, man. Yak, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So, come on, man. We got to think. So, on a side note, I have to discuss those things because we definitely being manipulated, man. People are lying and saying all kinds of stuff, man. It's crazy, bro. If you hear the stuff these young cats be coming, you know what I'm saying? Coming and saying to me, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. They say so much stuff. I be like, man, who told you this information, man? Chad Kaiser, man. Hey, show some love to my brother Chad Kaiser, man. One of the dopest PR, man. He's been covering me for some years. We've been good friends for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all show my brother Chad Kaiser some love in here, man. Dope PR, dope interviewer, man. Been interviewing me, been interviewing Q, been interviewing some of the best artists in the world, Mount Westmore. I mean, he's been covering a lot of people, man, and very dope at what he do. And I'm just glad that we real friends and it's not no superficial stuff. It's just like real. We could chop it up away from just that industry, politic. Like we really are good friends. So y'all show some love to my brother Chad Kaiser, man. Salute to him. When y'all see some of this coverage, y'all go on my IG and you'll see at the top it said Chad Kaiser, and he's covering, just the newest. He's really trying to keep the culture cracking and really trying to put attention on stuff that can help the culture get back to where it needs to be and covering stuff that don't get coverage. This is why we need people like Chad, because he's going to cover the stuff that these Vibe magazine, Vibes, and all of these other, blog sites won't even cover. You know what I'm saying? They won't even cover us no more. They won't even talk about us. They only talk about, they got their own priority and own agenda. They talk about what they want to talk about. But Chad, he's trying to find the underdogs and the ones that's out here really working and putting in the work, and he's trying to do stuff to enhance the culture, man. So a big shout out to my brother, man. I'm glad to see you on here, bro, so I can give you your flowers because I really appreciate what you do for the culture, how you trying to do it. And you my brother, man. You know what's up. Love to Chad Kaiser at Ski. How do you think the culture can get back to before? The culture gets back to before by us paying attention to this information. I'm showing you how to get back to it. It's going to take, it's a slow brewing because so many people are deceived and a lot of people don't pray. Like, you got to have a soul. It starts with your soul, y'all. If your soul ain't right and you don't believe in God and you're not praying for something that's bigger than you, then it's not going to get back to that because we've lost our identity and our values. And so we look at social media as our God. First thing we do, get on the internet. That's our God. You know, we supposed to be serving one God. Then when you get on social media after you pray, then you can see the flaws and you can see the what's really going on. And now you can say, you know what, I gotta stop following this. I gotta unfollow this. I gotta unfollow because God is showing you what you need to stop doing. So if you don't get to that, then nothing's gonna change. But as you start praying and you start making God number one, then you're gonna start seeing who to deal with. You're gonna be able to choose great people. Look, I've been rocking with Chad for over, man, it's gotta be 20 plus years now. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that was a good choice. Same with Vicky. I've been rocking with Vicky for 20 plus years. That's from prayer and discernment, y'all. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all gonna let this go through one ear and out the other. But the ones that really understand and believe in God, when you believe in God strongly, it don't matter if people hate on you. It don't matter if you're the underdog. You will always be successful because of your faith. If you have no faith, nothing is gonna get back to where it needs to be. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now. Real talk. Real talk. You gotta have faith in God. And speaking of that, the blessing is I just talked to Mr. ROSSUM. We're gonna have a talk today. I'm thinking that if y'all ready for this SB 1200, it should be going up, hopefully being able to order around November the 1st. So keep that on your mind. People are so easily sown, but it's so difficult to sprout. Very true. Very true. DJ Brightside, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Ski, Vicky, thanks for all your dedication, passion, and consistency. Your content's inspiring and life-changing. Jesus, continue to bless and keep you safe. Thank you. Thank you for the love, man. Thank you for just receive. Man, listen, the hardest thing that I'm noticing that people have to do, the hardest assignment y'all gonna have to do is to change your way of thinking. It's the same way of being on a diet. The hardest thing that we have to do is change our diet. People want a diet, but food tastes so good. It's just the temptation of eating good food. You go buy a Popeye's chicken, you go buy a McDonald's. The luring smell makes you like, oh man, I gotta have that. Same thing with knowledge. Sometimes you hear stuff and it's just not the normal what you've been hearing. So that's gonna be the hardest change that y'all gonna make in y'all life. The hardest change you're gonna make in your life is accepting the fact that we've been lied to. Once you understand you've been lied to, then you can start making change. Then you can start getting on your game. Then you can stop being so insecure and naive and delusional about what you think it is and start knowing this is what it really is. When you do that, I guarantee you all y'all lives are gonna go to a whole nother level. Once you stop thinking that it is what it is and say this has been a whole lie. My whole time I've been here, people been lying to me, telling me this, telling me if I did that. Let me tell you, y'all, when I got in this game, they told me, oh, you gotta be dope. You gotta practice. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta put in these hours. And I did that. I did that. I put in hours. Man, listen, one day I'm definitely gonna put my mom on my FaceTime Live. And I'm gonna let my mother tell you how much sacrifices I made for this music game. I'm gonna put her on this live and she's gonna tell you how much I bought equipment, how much I did this, how much I did that, how many people I helped in my community, all the people I put on. I put people on to this day that disrespects me. Like I didn't put them on. Like I didn't help them when they were nobody. I put these cats on. She's gonna tell you how she was mad. I didn't go to my junior prom. I didn't go to my senior prom. My mom's a picture freak. So she's like, oh, well, you're not going to go to your junior prom? I want to see some pictures. I want to see you with your pictures, and I want you to be handsome. I'm like, no, Mom, I want to work on my music. She was so mad that I was missing my proms and all those pictures she liked to get, but I was dedicated. When I finally got my foot in the major game and I started seeing how the game was played, I was like, oh, man, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This ain't what I thought it was. This ain't what I thought it was. They not playing fair, y'all. These companies not playing. They don't care how talented you are. I mean, having talent is cool because they can utilize you. But if you don't play by the rules they play, you good as enough as just being whack. That's why you're seeing so many whack artists now. Because they don't care if you got talent. They can make a star. They can literally take anybody from the streets, get them a haircut, groom them, put a watch, chain, suit on them, put them in front of the camera, action, and you believe they're worth $1 billion. You turn that camera off, they trash. They go right back to the hood once they finish using you. This is facts. They can make anybody a star. Have y'all ever seen that movie Trading Places? One thing y'all need to understand is these movies tell the truth. When y'all watch these movies, two things that tell you the truth is movies and books. When you watch social media, that's just all lies. They want to confuse you because they know everybody watch it. But if you read a book and you watch movies, you will start learning the truth about how the world thinks about us as a whole. If you ever watched Trading Places with Eddie Murphy, you watched how they took him from being homeless and they made him just this wealthy dude. They put him in a suit, they put him in a position, they empowered him. He didn't know nothing about nothing. But they taught him all this stuff and made him be able, he don't have to know anything because he's a puppet anyway. All they got to do is say, hey, do this, do that, do that. And then give you a position and you look like you know everything, but you don't know nothing. They already got other people. It's like the president. The president don't know nothing. The president is being controlled by other people. He's just the face of the public. The same in the music business. You know how many artists that we starting to realize now that didn't write their lyrics? Do you know how many singers that had was lip syncing other people's vocals and sold and got Grammys? Do y'all know how many people have faked it? Now we know about Milli Vanilli, but do you know how many more other people have faked it that we respect? And I'm not talking about Milli Vanilli. I'm talking about some of the biggest people that we look up to that's not even their vocals. They're lip syncing that and they look cute so they can look the par and they look good for the videos, but they ain't even singing it. They're not even doing their own music. Man, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. This game is a cold, vicious game. Y'all gonna learn, bro. Y'all gonna learn. Martha Washington, you right. She was all in vocals. Everybody dance now. She wasn't nowhere to be found in those videos singing that. They had some old skinny girl singing that part. An actor. All we got is actors now. Actors. This whole game is about actors. That's why nobody want to show you nothing in the studio. None of these big producers want to show you how they really make stuff in the studio. You know why? Because a lot of them got ghost producers. You know what I mean? Definitely long live my brother Red the Arsonist, man. Shout out to Ian. Definitely a dope lyricist. One of the dopest that I know to do it, man. I'm going to miss him forever, bro. Good call out, brother. My brother, I have not forgot him. I got a picture on my thing every day when I go into the living room. So let me just say this, man, because this is what I want to say too. You know, I was working on a track, and as I was working on a track, I was redoing something from something I did, years ago. So I redid it. Drums sound dope. Everything sonically sounds dope. But as I'm listening to it, I'm like, man, the sound selection is not as dope as the original. And that brought me back to what we be talking about. Like, the sounds of these new machines don't sound as authentic as the older machines. So now it's making me feel like in order for me to recreate that, I'm gonna have to go find some of them older machines, older keyboard synths to really get the feeling that I want, because I like the way it sounds, but the older version sounds a little bit more authentic because the sounds were more richer and more the way they're supposed to be. And this is what I mean by when you have a bunch of gear and older gear, it's going to be very hard to reduplicate that sound because of the way they made those machines. And this is the reason why I be like, I wish I would have never got rid of my D50. I wish I would have never got rid of my JD800. You know, like those keyboards had some sounds in them. They had sounds, and the older keyboards, they just sound way better than the new keyboards. As far as the way the chips that they were running through, they just sound way more just, I don't know, they just cut through. It's just, because I redid everything the same, but it didn't give me the same feeling. Sounds good. It sounds good. If I played it for y'all would be like, oh man, that sounds dope, Ski. But it don't feel like the original one I did. And that's where I'm feeling real iffy about. Because it ain't about how good it sounds to me, it's the feeling that the older one gives me compared to the new one that I just did. Music is about a feeling. And once you lose the feeling, this is why the older drum machines feel good. It's a feeling and a sound that makes you feel a certain way. So even though I replayed everything and it sounds exactly like the original, it just don't feel like the original, if that makes sense. Sounds just the same, don't feel the same though. And it don't feel the same because I'm feeling like the older gear that I was using, the older keyboard synths and the synth bass and the leads and stuff, the texture of it was totally different from the stuff that I played on the new version. So now it's making me say, I got to go back and figure out how can I get that same feeling I got from that. That's when you have to do your homework if you really care about music. I can easily be like, oh, it don't matter. They ain't going to know the difference. You're absolutely right. But I know the difference. And I care. And if I want my stuff to sound the way I want it to sound, I'm going to take time to make it sound the way I hear it and the way I want it to feel to me. I can accept the mediocrity and like, oh, they ain't going to know. Let me just put this out like that. It sounds good enough. Nah, man. I didn't become the almighty EA Ski to settle. And I ain't going to start settling. If I haven't settled in my whole career, I ain't going to start now. I want my stuff to sound the way I want it to sound. Even if it do sound pretty good, I want it to feel the way I want it to feel. And I'm going to work hard to get it to feel like that by any means necessary. Some people don't feel like that. Some people are cool with just doing what they do, to each his own. But for me, I got to get it to sound the way I want it to sound. And it's going to sound like that. And I guarantee you, when I come back and I figure out the sounds I use or I find that same texture, I'm going to get it like that because I'm not happy at where it's at right now. It sounds good sonically, but the sound selections got to be better. It has to be better. To the average ear, they'll be like, man, that sounds cool. To my ear, not good enough. That's how I work, y'all. And I think if y'all work like that and be passionate about what you're doing, you'll start seeing your music go to another level. You dig what I'm saying? Ski, the selling point of the companies back then was sound. Now, exactly. You like they have a lot of stuff that's high-end keyboards right now. But I would tell anybody right now, if you're buying a keyboard, you're just better off using plugins because those chips don't sound as good as your plug-in. Your plug-in and the new keyboards today sound just about right. They sound just about the same, as far as I'm concerned. You know, so you know, I just tell people, man, if you go online, you go to Reverb or eBay or whatever, and you remember a keyboard that got a lot of recognition back in the day, and you can afford to go get it because a lot of those keyboards have that sound and that texture. Right. And sometimes the keyboard on the new boards are part of the problem. Exactly. Just the texture is just you could just it's just not it don't I don't know. It's just something about it, man. It's just something about it. I don't know, man. I could tell, like I said, I just did a remake, and like I said, I love what I did, but the sounds of the newer keyboards, nah, it's just not there yet. It's not there. Cause I got a reference, so I could tell the difference. I'm A Bing it. I'm like, okay, I did this remake. Ooh, sounds, ooh. Now the drums, as far as the drums, my drums is crazy. My drums is killing the original. Killing the original. I'm not worried about the drums. I'm talking about the musical parts. The musical parts is just the texture. It sounds warm because I'm running it through the analog. It's just the texture is just I don't know. It's not cutting. It's not doing what I wanted to do. I'm gonna figure it out though. Trust me, I'm gonna figure it out. It's gonna get done. Believe me. Corporation that makes products reduce manufacturing costs to increase profit margin. And unfortunately, they achieve this by cutting corners and using lesser quality components, hoping you won't notice. Facts. Everything John Starks, if y'all didn't read nothing for the day, read what John Starks just wrote. Facts. Algorithm. What are some of your favorite keyboard drum machines from early eras? Any you like now? Oh man, thank you, brother. Well, like I said again, I definitely used to love that JD 800. I definitely used to love the D50, the Roland D50. It just had some unique sounds in there. I was a big Oberheim DMX fan. I tell you, I talk about Larry Smith all the time and how he was working them that DMX on that Run DMC on the Run DMC and Houdini stuff. Just the way that sounded. Those were some of my favorite, drum machines. Of course, I always wanted a Roland TR 808. So that was one of my ones when I was younger, of course, because you had Tila Rock with the It's Yours. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely was a fan of the 808. I was a fan of the 909, probably before the 808 because of Mantronics. I was a big Mantronics fan. And the way Mantronics was working that 909 was like second to none. I still don't know nobody that works that 909 like Mantronics. I have a lot of favorite drum machines more than keyboards. You know what I'm saying? But like I said again, the keyboards that come to mind is the D50, the JD 800. Some of the ones back here like the Triton and the Phantom and the Motifs. You know what I'm saying? But I've always been more of a drum fanatic. A drum fanatic. So, have you ever heard Russian rap? I've heard some Russian rap. I heard Maze perform Southern Girl on a new keyboard, and it wasn't the same sound. I can believe it. Have you ever noticed that when some people do some of their new shows with live instruments, and it's not made like the original instruments, they stage show don't sound as good. It's just like something. It's everything's in key. Just the texture of the sound don't sound right because they're using a different keyboard than what they used on the actual recording. That's how I feel about the remake. I feel like everything sounds right, but it doesn't sound like the original sounds, and I like those original sounds. So, this is the reason why you have to this is the reason why having vintage gear matters. Because let's just say a company comes to you right now and they trying to get an old, black exploitation, 70 black exploitation theme music. You're not gonna be able to pull that off with no plugins and these new keyboards. I guarantee you won't. It won't. It will sound so generic. It sound like you was at a swap meet. You have to have the vintage sounds to create that vintage feeling, because it's not just what you remake, it's the way it feels and the way it sounds. We know how stuff sounds. We know when it's authentic, and you can feel it. I copped the Atora V collection. They are all about the closest thing to the real classic sound. Korean drill is my new ear candy because they took it in the right direction. It sounds like tin instead of lead, if that makes sense. It does. It makes total sense. Like I said again, man, when y'all get into your music and you start getting into your sound selection is everything. You have to get these sounds that sound good. Like I said again, Black Caesar. Yeah, Norman, Black Caesar. I remember that. I remember that. Like when you hear them old Black Expectation records, man, when you listen to Shaft, when you listen to that Shaft, and you just hear the way it sound and just the string selection, you know what I'm saying? When you hear what's the one dun-dun-dun-ch, 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 dun-ch, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum, boom, 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 dun-dun, dun-dun. Bro, you don't hear nothing like that today because the instrumentation, they don't make those sounds like that. So if you don't have an old guitar and old vintage type stuff and amps and stuff like that, it's gonna be very, very, very hard for you to reduplicate that sound. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't care what nobody say. That type of music, man, you sample that right now. Y'all go sample that right now. Drilling Beats, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, Barry White, Isaac Hayes. I mean, those are two of my favorite. No, three. Barry White, Isaac Hayes, Curtis Mayfield. Those are my three top guys. Far as the sound they make, the strings, the musical selections. If you take a piece of a sample and you sample it right now, and I'm talking about you can sample a bar with some drums, your track will sound so full just with a piece of any three of those dudes. It'll sound like it's already ready to go. That's how full in the sound selection they music is. You could take a bar and make a whole song off a bar of they instrumental and sample it. That's how cold their instrumentation is. That's how cold they are with their music, man. That's how you want to be with your music. You want your music to sound so powerful that a person can take only one bar of it and you can make a whole song out of that bar because it's so big and it hits the soul. You feel what I'm saying? Love that music, man. I love that music. Don't forget Willie Hutch, too. I just took something from Willie Hutch. You're absolutely right, music therapy. 3,000% correct. It hits your soul, man. That stuff be sounding so good to the soul, bro. Stack records, exactly. That tone is an art form by itself, let alone making your own samples in that sound. MS1, 3,000% correct. 3,000% correct. Correct. The tone. That's a good word you use, the tone. That's what I'm saying with my remake. It's the tone of the sounds that ain't completely there for me yet. It's the tone. It's a tone that Brother Johnson's. Oh, I love the Brother Johnsons. I love the Brother Johnsons. Man, one of my favorite songs from them. We gonna stomp all night in the neighborhood. When the bit, just the tone and the singing and the harmony and that guitar, that boom, 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 man, come on, man. There's so many, man, bro. Listen, you see all these older names we naming? Why are we not naming new names like this? We should be able to name new names that make us feel the way we know. Sam Cooks, y'all naming Quincy, y'all naming Roy Ayers, y'all naming Strawberry Letter 23. Man, come on, man. These are records, bro. We can still play Cool in the Gang, Earth, Wind, and Fire. We can play these records right now. We can make a whole track list of these dudes and play this for 6 to 10 years straight and never get bored with it, because it make you feel a certain way. The music, how they played it, they weren't dragging and dropping files, and they were playing from their ear. A lot of the music wasn't on the one. Everything was a little bit off, so it gave you a feeling. It gave you a swing to it. Everything is so mechanical today. It's like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. We got to get the music right, man. We got to get it right, man. And I'm always working for perfection. And I'm not saying I perfected. I'm saying I'm searching for perfection. As long as we here, we'll never perfect. But if you're searching for perfection, that is the whole objective. Is just searching for perfection, trying to get your stuff to sound as dope as you can get it to sound. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, man, So yeah, man, I just wanted to share that with y'all, man, because I was definitely working on a remake, and I started realizing I love this remake, but it doesn't feel like the original. And if I don't get it close to that, I'm not gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna go back and revisit it. I love the way it sounds sonically. Sonically, that's not an issue. It's the sound selection now. So I'm gonna go back, try to find some of the more vintage keyboards and get those sounds that I'm looking for that can match what I'm trying to do. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Just search for perfection, y'all. That's all I'm saying, man. Don't settle. All of y'all, don't settle. Ian, appreciate you, Ski. You became the #1 live quick. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And I'm glad y'all enjoying the content, because it's about music, man. It's about music and life, and it's about how you think about stuff in real time. So, I just want to give y'all, just who I am every day. I'm searching to be a better person. I'm searching to make sure I continue to inspire. I'm making sure that the music stay on track. There's so many things that I think about that I think people need to think about, because this is a big reason why a lot of people are not where they want to be. So thank you for enjoying the content and the information, man, and liking and subscribing and sharing. And I appreciate everybody that's on here, man. I just want to give y'all information that's going to inspire you. Real talk. Real talk. So you're getting this. Nah, you know what, Ali? I decided not to get the sub 37. I called my rep. I said, you know what? As much as I want to have it, because I know in music is going to change stuff up and screw everything around, I got the Moog 1. And it'd just be pointless to get something that, that the Moog 1 can do 20 times over. So, as much as I thought about it, I thought about it from a superficial level and not from a musical level. Musically, that's not going to bring nothing to the table that I don't already have. So, once you get out of that, just want to buy gear, you got to start saying, okay, am I buying this gear just to have it, or am I buying this gear because it really going to make impact towards my production? And then I had to get out of that mode. But I wanted to buy it for the nostalgia, just because I know in music is going to, they're going to screw some stuff up. So, but nah, I'm not going to get it, man. I'm gonna stick with my my Moog 1. It's a beast, and ain't nothing going to come close to it. And there's no need for me to get that right now. But let me tell y'all this, they got something new coming that they told me. So I might be wanting to get that. She said it's supposed to be fire. So it should be coming pretty soon. So Moog has something dope coming really soon. So y'all get ready for that. And like I told y'all, man, my SP is getting ready to drop soon. Hopefully we'll be ready to do something, hopefully November the 1st. So if y'all want to order, y'all get ready. It's only going to be 50 of them, y'all. So it looks amazing. If y'all can see in the background, you can see it in the back. So if y'all ready for my new SP1200 special edition, get ready, man. Get ready. And I'm definitely going to have some new drums in there. That's only going to be in there. It's going to be crazy, man. And it's sounding amazing. So y'all get ready. All right. And shout out to everybody that's on the live, man. I salute everybody that came in here, man. We going to make it happen, man. Maybe the last great mode before In Music treats it with disrespect. Yeah, I agree with you, Ali. But she said it's going to be incredible. She said the new thing they coming with is going to be incredible. So shout out to them. We going to see. Shout out. I'll let y'all know, everything that's going to go on with this new SP1200 that's coming. The orders should be getting ready to go. around, you know what I'm saying, November 1st. I just talked about that about the S2400 challenge, you know what I'm saying? We don't know if we're going to do that right yet. I don't feel a lot of people are ready for that right yet. So I'm gonna politic it as some time go by and see where everybody's at. And when I start seeing more people on the EA Ski Music Group showing me that they got some heat, then we could talk about it. But until then, I'm gonna have to just sit on it for a second. But it's definitely still available. It's just I don't know when I'm ready to put that out there. Caleb, what's up with it, homie? Thank you for the super chat, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, give me the super chat and being inspired to want to give a super chat, bro. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate everybody that's on here, brother. Everybody that's on here that's getting this knowledge, man. Now apply it. Now apply it. Go in there and make something hot. Today is, man, Thursday. The 2400 live looper go. Yeah, that live looper is kingpin. On the S2400, that's what I turn to. That live looper is a monster on that 24. I appreciate you, EASKI. Thank you for your time and knowledge and love for the culture. Thank you, man. I appreciate everybody that's on here, man. Win interview with Mr. Mike. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie, though. It definitely could happen. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if we can make that happen at some point in time. You know what I mean? 2400 got a live looper. Yeah, that live looper is kingpin on the S2400. That live looper is fire. Definitely fire. Definitely. That's the first thing I turn to when I go on the S2400 is the live looper. It just makes you more creative. You can do a lot of creative stuff with that. That's a beast. That's a beast. Yeah, worldwide, yeah, man, definitely, man. We'll see if we can make that happen at some point in time. Salute to everybody, man. God bless, man. Thank y'all for the super chats. Love y'all, man. Can you get an interview with Hellfire? Yeah, that's my brother too. That's my brother, man. That's easy. That would not be hard to do at all. That's my brother, man. Matter of fact, I just talked to Hellfire not too long ago. That's my brother, man. That is my brother. That is the man right there. That is that guy. That is my dude. Just read Mark 45 King passed. What? Mark the 45 King passed away? Are you kidding me right now? See, another legend. Another legend. That's another person that we don't talk about that is instrumental in the culture, man. Oh, man, rest in peace, man. Prayers go out to 45 King family. That was another person I grew up on, man. That was a legend. We all know he was known for that. Come on, man. This is what I'm saying, bro. Not to take nothing away from 45 King, but this is the reason why I'm bringing you all of these legends on here. And y'all need to be paying more homage to these people while they're alive. When you getting Pete Rock, when you getting a KLC, when you getting Sir Jinx, these people are still alive. Don't wait until they're dead to start saying, rest in peace, I love them. Say it now. Say it now. Pay homage to the legends, man. They open the door, man. Damn, you just killed my day, man, with that. Rest in peace, 45 King. Salute to him. Damn, I wish I would have been able to interview him. I love y'all, man. Man, you just put a damper in my day with that information. I got to go pray on it now. God bless y'all. I'm out.